Hello everyone, today we've got an unboxing from KewbzUK. So we'll start off with the Megaminx here. I've wanted one of these for quite a while, so I'm quite excited to get into this. And this was released quite a while ago, but comes with a very nice sort of ball thing here. That's quite good. And it's got the slightly dipped corners here, so these are meant to add a bit to grip. I think this has been seen on a couple of other Megaminxes too as well, since GAN introduced this. But it's quite nice feeling. It certainly doesn't protrude out too much. So yeah, let's get into some first turns. So it does feel definitely like a GAN cube. It's quite nice and soft. Definitely a little papery, but that'll go away with some breaking in. The magnets seem decently strong, but not as overpowering. Shades look quite nice. Sort of a more pastel style tone, quite light on the eyes, but I do quite like that. Corner cutting out of the box seems to be alright. Yeah, in terms of tensions it is quite loose there, you can pop out a corner, but which that of course means that the corner cutting will be quite good. Well, I'll probably give this a time, but first impressions, this seems quite nice. Yeah, tightening and a bit of break-in, I think this will be really nice. This might replace my Galaxy V2 that I have. Here, this is very nice, quite nice feeling. This is mainly wire main it over the Diam, which I also have here. Now they've all got different mechanisms these in terms of grip. This has got a slight ridge there, a bit like the GTS3, whereas this has got the sort of, not concave, but indents. I'm not quite sure what these are called. Sculpted. It's got sculpted design, and these has got the little concave indents on the corners there. All of them work, I'd say. You know, I don't have grip problems on any of them. I would say that this is best, but some people do have problems with sort of recognising the colours, because these do create quite a shadow, as they're a lot more noticeable in terms of the thickness of the ridges compared to something like this. But yeah, I like all of them, really. In terms of feel, right now, I'd say that I definitely do prefer the GAN. This will definitely feel a lot nicer with break-in as well. So yeah, I'll give this a try, give it a time, set it up a bit. And yeah, I might do a comparison between all these three, as these seem to be the sort of best Megaminxes available at the moment. And in the box here, I take it we have some accessories. Quite tightly pack this. Nice little GAN card. And then we've got the springs. Quite a few springs here, of course, being a 12-sided puzzle. So yeah, you can swap them out. That's the big advantage, I'd say, this actually has over the X-Man, which is a bit older. And the Dia as well, I think. I don't think this has adjustable springs. Yeah, so it's just got the standard screw and spring system. So yeah, I'll give these springs a try out as well. What has it got in at the moment? Because I know the yellow ones are the strongest, that's what I usually go for. Yeah, green. That probably is why it's a bit loose as well. So I'll swap them out for the yellow ones, I think, when I'm setting up. Also got a nice bag here. I think this is the same sort of one that they gave out with the GAN I think. And a pamphlet there. Okay, so the next cube I'm going to try out is the Monster Go Skew, also from GAN. And this is a budget line of things, so yeah, a lot less packaging than the Megaminx. And also a Skew. This is meant to be more of a beginner-friendly puzzle, I think. I don't think this is magnetic, but there aren't many good Skewbs that are budget out at the moment. And yeah, granted the high-end Skewbs aren't really that expensive compared to many other puzzles, but it would be nice to see some more ones at the budget end that are sort of usable. So yeah, as you can see, this isn't magnetic, I don't think. And it's got a clicking mechanism, by the looks of it there. So yeah, let's get some first turns. That's not too bad. It's certainly not on the same sort of level as the GAN Skew or the Aoyan. but for a budget option, this is certainly the best I've seen so far. Very, very nice and smooth. The shades are nice. Doesn't seem to have the best quality, it doesn't flow too well, but it's certainly enough, I'd say. Yeah, that's alright. And there's a bit of reverse as well, which is very welcome, especially given the very small floor round holes there. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, this is quite nice. It would of course be better with magnets, maybe I'll give it a try magnetising it. But the clicking system, although it's quite loud, it sort of does the job alright. Yeah, I think this is pretty good, and it's good out of the box as well, which will be good for beginners who would like this. It's probably not going to be the best at setting up cubes yet. So yeah, so far this looks pretty good. I'll probably make a review out on this, as this is the best, probably the best budget cube I've seen. I'm not sure quite how much this is. I think it's £8, which isn't as cheap as some other ones like Malon, I think. But it's yeah, nowhere near the sort of cost of the Ariane and Wingy really. So yeah, if you're looking for a budget cube, I think this is not a bad option at all. So here we've got the MS3 V1. Now this is a new cube by a completely new brand. I think it was this cube at least is designed by a ex-GAN designer. So from what I've heard, it's quite a GAN cube-like in its sort of feel, and you can adjust the springs, I think similarly to the way you can in GAN cubes as well. So you get a card, like GAN cubes. Cube there in the middle. A accessories box which contains some extra springs. I take it these are of different strengths. Sort of tensioning system, pamphlet, and these nuts which I think are for screw adjustment they might be. And some logos. Oh, they're quite nice. So let's keep some. So yeah, immediately it does look quite like a GAN cube. You can see where they've taken their influences from there. But it's quite a nice glossy texture. I do quite like that. Many cubes have sort of gone away from that these days as well, but it's quite nice to see that it's got that. So yeah, let's get into some first turns. Very nice and smooth. It does feel a little bit like a GAN cube, but it's not an identical copy. It's quite flexible, I've noticed. I'm not sure if these are the mega strong springs or the mega weak ones, but whatever they are, they're not very tense, I'd say. Well, the tensions are quite tense, the spring compression isn't. It seems it's got a dual adjustment system like the Moyu cubes do. So taking one ring will control the spring compression, then the other one will control the sort of screw length. I'll have a read through the pamphlet here and see what that says about it. I haven't really seen much on this cube. In terms of the magnets as well, I also think they've got a special system there. There on the magnets in the edges. This must be edge centre magnets like the Volk Elite. I can't really notice them. I've said about most cubes that I've got extra magnets, it's not too noticeable. And I don't think you can change the strength. Seems to be nothing in here that says you can, but the magnet strength does seem fine. If you want to sort of slow it down a bit more, I think you can change the strength and the tensions of the system, and that'll do fine. In terms of stability, especially if this has weaker springs, then I think the magnet strength is fine. If these are the stronger springs, then that might not be the greatest magnet strength. It would be maybe a bit better to be slightly more stronger. But for the first cube from a completely new brand, this is really, really good. I'm very impressed. I'm not sure if this will be able to overtake my XS as my own, but I certainly really do like it, and yeah, I'll set it up and see what it's like after that. Okay, so this is the biggest cube I've ever got here, I think. This is the Yuxin Little Magic 10x10. I'll try to torn a bit into the box here, but I got myself a 9x9, I think, last time, and I've really actually enjoyed it. I don't expect myself to do that much, as I'm not really someone who likes to solve big cubes, but it's been really fun to just sit down and solve while doing something else. So I thought I might as well go full way and get myself a 10x10. So it's a little bit looby on the outside, like the old Shengshao puzzles. It's definitely noticeable. But the shades look really nice. And it's quite heavy, but not overpowering, so it's decently small. But it's alright in the hands. So yeah, let's get into some first turns. There's a little bit of catching. The inner layers feel alright, they feel very smooth. Very, very looby though. It's quite a slippy puzzle. Now I just realised you probably shouldn't do checkerboard on here, as it doesn't really work given it's an infinite layer puzzle. But there you go, that's a decent sort of showcase of the colours here, the shades. The blue doesn't show up awfully well on camera, it's a little bit lighter than it is in real life. But apart from that, I think it shows it quite well. This is, yeah, very nice shades here, nice and vibrant, which is quite important for a big cube, I'd say. So I can't imagine the performance is going to be amazing here. Yeah, you can get about 1 QB in terms of corner cutting, and not a huge amount of reverse. But it does feel quite good. Turning is smooth, which is the main thing for puzzles of these size, that you're not really going to be speed solving. So it's pleasant to turn, which is very nice. And yeah, I think I'll give this a scramble and solve over the weekend, and yeah. It's going to be my new sort of resident big puzzle. Okay, so here's the new X-Man Flare 2x2. Like the MS Cube, I haven't really seen much about this. I think this is one of X-Man's first 2x2s. But they've done very well in recent years with some of their puzzles like their square ones. So I'm quite excited to see how this is going to turn out. It comes in a box quite similar to the Vault 2, which would make sense considering it's from GE technically. And yeah, got a card with someone, taking that might be the designer, and a bit of pamphlet. It looks a little bit like the GAN 344 and GAN XS, those sorts of cubes with the black internals. Don't know what I think about those really. They look alright on this cube. I'm not majorly fussed about looks. The shades are the sort of pastel colour, you can see the orange there, it looks a little bit pale. Same with the green, I don't really like the green that much. The red's quite dark, but yeah, no real deal breaker for me. So yeah, let's see how it turns. It's a little bit catchy. So this might be a combination of me not doing 2x2 very much, but yeah, it doesn't seem to be that controllable, it catches quite a bit. But in terms of the feel, that's quite nice. It's, yeah, quite soft. Slightly papery, but that'll go away with breaking in it, so. Quite seem a lot of force to turn, I feel, as well. It's not the fastest cube ever. But then again, that might be due to the tensions. It doesn't seem to have a spring compression system here. Just normal screw and spring. But yeah, might give that a loosen, add a bit of lube. See what it's like. Yeah, it doesn't screw amazing at me when I was first getting this out, but I'll give it a setup, see if it replaces the Tangen as my main. It feels quite similar to the Tangen, I have to say. In the way it's quite nice and soft. Yeah, a bit of a loosen, bit of some faster lube. I think this definitely could be quite a nice 2x2. Performance is alright, yeah, certainly. Corner cutting seems to be fine to me. And it does seem to catch a little bit there. I think it's reverse corner cutting, not quite being amazing. But again, I think some potential will sort that. And yeah, I'll have a review out on this soon. It's quite an exciting new cube. So we've got the X-Man Ambition 4x4 and the MGC 4x4. Now these are both decently new 4x4s, especially the X-Man. And I bought these to see if they were going to replace, they could replace my Meilong M as my 4x4 main. Now while I do quite like the Meilong, it does feel a little bit cheap. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's really good value, but I prefer something a little bit different. It feels a bit nicer to practice on. So I got these two to see what they were like. I've heard good things about the MGC. Haven't heard much about the X-Man one though, so like the 2x2, this will be quite interesting to see what it's like. This seems to be a quite small 4x4, the X-Man one here. Not sure quite what size it is, but it's at least 60mm, I'd say. So yeah, let's get into some first turns. Certainly faster than the 2x2. It's a little bit clackier, but it's got a decently similar sort of soft feel. It's very, very nice and smooth given the primary internals there. The inner layers feel alright, a little bit catchy, but the tensions do seem quite tight there. Nothing too fancy about this 4x4 though, no spring compression systems or fancy magnets. The magnets on it here though do seem to be of good strength. I don't see any major problem with how it is out of the box, other than the tensions being a bit tight, which can of course be solved. This immediately feels a lot nicer than my Megaminx 4x4, which is what I was looking for really. A very, very nice smooth feel here. So yeah, I'll give this a set up, and I might do a comparison video with the MGC 4x4 at some point. So, we'll get on to the MGC 4x4 now. That's the last skew of this unboxing, by no means least. This has been out for a bit now, and I've heard good things about it. This is widely considered, I think, to be one of the better 4x4s on the market. I'm not sure if it's considered to be the best, but it's certainly good value. I did hear of some problems though of people with popping, I think it might have been one of the issues when it came out. So hopefully this doesn't have any problems with it. Lots of accessories that come with most of these MGC cubes. Got, yeah, extra springs, which is welcome actually. So I take it these are more strong by the plus, and less strong by the minus. And a screwdriver there, along with some spare magnets. Seems to be of a similar size to the X-Man. It might be slightly bigger though. Ever so slightly larger. There's not much in it, of course. Both the sizes I'd say are fine. Some more glossy plastic, so yeah, let's get some turns. A lot drier than the X-Man, first of all, but seems to perform well. A little bit catchy on the inner layers there. But can tight tensions there. Some loosening I reckon will solve that. Or maybe a swap those springs to the other ones. Yeah, a little bit dry, but some lube will fix that. And the outer layers corner cutting seems alright. Reverse isn't great, but again, tension will solve that. So straight out of the box, I think I'm definitely preferring the X-Man 4x4 over the MGC. But I feel that the MGC does get quite a bit better with setup. Well, certainly this probably will be the first cube out of all these that I'll set up. See how it compares to my Megaminx. But yeah, I'm pretty confident that both of these will replace my Megaminx. That's my main. So yeah, I'm quite impressed. I'll probably do a comparison on video on both of these later. So that was my unboxing of the Yuxin 10x10, MGC 4x4, X-Man Ambition 4x4, the Go Skew, the MS3 V1, the Megaminx, and the X-Man Flare 2x2, along with some Mystic and Silk. Thanks for watching.